So it's finally over. The DeAndre Hopkins scandal situation, whatever you want to call it, it is finally over. He has now been released by the Arizona Cardinals, my favorite team. And I want to talk in today's video, kind of talk about DeAndre Hopkins and what he's done for my favorite team and the Cardinals organization. DeAndre Hopkins was an incredible player for us. The fact that DeAndre Hopkins was an Arizona Cardinal is just a cool feeling, and it's definitely crazy to think about, especially since we traded him for literally a bag of chips. So washed David Johnson and like a second round pick, man. The fact that we traded that to the Texans for him, I think was incredible. And D-Hop, wherever you go, man, I know you're not watching this video, but wherever you go, just go win that ring. That's all I care about. All I care about is D-Hop winning a ring because, you know, he tried his best here. We had probably one of the worst defenses I've ever seen in my life for these past 2 years, ever since D-Hop was here. And yes, I've dealt with that, steroid issue, I guess you would say, where he did miss a few games start the year. But I'm still thankful, man. I'm still thankful for DeAndre Hopkins and what he has done for the Arizona Cardinals organization, and especially raising Kyler Murray's skill level to be better. I just really enjoyed watching D-Hop, one of the best receivers in the game, best receivers of all time, arguably, maybe like top 15. Am I right, guys? Is DeAndre Hopkins a top 15 receiver of all time? I would say top 15. I mean, maybe he could probably go to past 10 if he maybe gets a ring and a few more yards. But DeAndre Hopkins is just such an incredible football player, and it was really fun having him in Arizona. That Hop to K1 connection, that duo was incredible. And it sucks it only lasted like 2 years, but, it is what it is. And especially with D-Hop having that hamstring injury in the 2021 season when we started 7-0, it was a little bummer. But even through all the injuries and the suspensions, I'm so thankful and so grateful that D-Hop was a Cardinal, as I said. I think it was honestly a surreal moment. I remember the day when he got traded to us. I literally was just on my phone. It was during the 2020 pandemic. I literally just woke up and I was like, what? DeAndre Hopkins is a Cardinal. And I was so excited, so hyped. And I remember being so excited for the 2020 season. And the 2020 season started out pretty good. We were 6-3, but then we finished 8-8 and we missed the playoffs. That was awful. But then 2021, obviously, we started 7-0. And then we absolutely crapped the bed in the playoffs. I mean, just horrible. We played absolutely awful. And then 2022 starts, DeAndre Hopkins suspended for 8 games. It was a little, I was like, that kind of sucks. But honestly, it was for a meaningless season because we were just horrible the entire year. And D-Hop was one of the best pieces on our team, man. And he was the best player in our team. I know some Kyler Murray fans will probably hate me for saying that, but DeAndre Hopkins was the best player on the football team for these past 3 years. And the fact that we didn't get anything, that we didn't trade him or anything like that, we just released him, is a little disappointing. But at the same time, I understand because we are trying to tank this year. This year, do not expect anything from the Arizona Cardinals. We're going to be tanking, and hopefully when we tank, we get the number 1 pick. And hopefully the Texans too are awful, so we could get the number 2 pick as well. The fact that we could possibly get the number 1 and number 2 pick is going to be insane. And if we get the number 1 pick, we are going to be trading that for a massive haul. Reminds me of my other favorite team, the Oklahoma City Thunder. So it's going to be a little interesting to see where DeAndre Hopkins goes. We'll see if he goes to the Bills, the Ravens. Those are my take. If you guys wondering what I think DeAndre Hopkins going, I think he's most likely going to either the Chiefs or the Bills. Those make sense. Somewhere in the AFC maybe. I don't really see him going to another NFC team unless the Philadelphia Eagles. But even then, man, they already have AJ Brown. I don't know. It's definitely going to be interesting to see where D-Hop goes and stuff. But DeAndre Hopkins released from the Cardinals, nuke, D-Hop, number 10. The fact that I bought his jersey last year and now it's going to be sitting in the closet, it's definitely saddening. But the fact that DeAndre Hopkins was a Cardinal in the first place, it should have never happened, especially with that trade. It should have never happened. So the fact that he was here and the fact that he did his best, I think is incredible. And he really had a kind of a career resurgence, because a lot of people were saying that he was washed. Oh, actually, not really. We all know D-Hop was great and all, but just the downfall of the Texans, man. Him coming here and people were down on a lot. And DeAndre Hopkins on the field, he did play good. I mean, he was the only person that Kyler Murray threw to most of the time because, let's all be honest, every other receiver in the Cardinals really not that great, except for Hollywood Brown, obviously. But during that 2021 season, was it was rough. It was a great start, obviously, but then it became rough. I don't really want to talk about it, man. Talk about the past Cardinal seasons. I want to stick to the topic at hand. But DeAndre Hopkins finally released by the Cardinals, and it is a little a surreal moment. And it's wow, it finally happened, man. Because we know DeAndre Hopkins was most likely not going to be here after the 2022 season. We knew this from the jump. We're D-Hop might go, especially since we were bad, and the fact that he was suspended for 7 games. But the fact that he actually did come out and play, I think was great. And I know he didn't play the last 2 games because Supposedly he was healthy, but supposedly he just wanted to get traded. And yeah, it finally happened. They just released him. They didn't even trade him. I wish we would have traded him. I definitely do. I definitely do wish we trade him for maybe like a second round pick and like a third round pick. But it seems like that's not going to happen. And DeAndre Hopkins is going to be a free agent to sign wherever he wants. He could go to New England. Well, not England. Well, I don't know why. Literally every single team wants D-Hop. So he is still very, very valuable. And I'm just, as I said, a little disappointed that we didn't get any assets for him. But that's honestly all I have for you guys today, man. Not going to be that long of a video talking about DeAndre Hopkins and the Arizona Cardinals. This just solidifies that we are tanking this year and we are aggressively tanking. Because if we weren't aggressively tanking, we wouldn't not release them. But we just release Hop because we know, or the Cardinals know, that we are tanking. So I'm interested to see how the next offseason goes for the Arizona Cardinals and who we draft. I know we're going to draft, hopefully, Marvin Harrison Jr. That's who I wanted to get in the draft. But who knows what happens to other guys like Isaiah Simmons and all those free agents coming up. So it's definitely going to be interesting, and I'm just not excited for this year as a Cardinals fan because we're going to be horrible. But I'm excited to see where DeAndre Hopkins is going to go, and hopefully where he goes, he wins a ring because he definitely deserves it, man. DeAndre Hopkins, one of the best receivers in the league, one of the most respected receivers in the league. So to see him get a ring would be great as a Cardinals fan. So with that being said, guys, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys do, make sure you guys, of course, drop a big, huge like on the video. All right, help me out, man. Subscribe if you're brand new. We're on the goal to 500 subscribers, which is absolutely insane. So definitely hit that subscribe button. It's been Dan. Thank you guys for watching. I love you guys so much, and hope you guys have a blessed and amazing day. I'll see you guys in the next one, man. Later.